Hello, everyone. Hey, I want to talk to you real quick about what happened today and what I'm witnessing today. Just recently, I mean, within minutes, really, just very recently. Part of this understanding that I love sharing is that there is moments where this thing up here starts to just almost like it's talking to. It's not even talking to me. It's like just making up stuff, and sometimes it's hilarious to hear the thoughts. And I say see because it's just another way of trying to express thoughts that arrive within us, whether it's seeing the thoughts, whether it's hearing the thoughts. I mean, you will have to describe that on your own, but for me, I see the thoughts show up. They show up, and there's so many times where, not that I spend the time to analyze them, but sometimes you just see them and they're like, oh, that's that's weird. That's funny. It's funny. It's ridiculous, really. It's ridiculous. It's like, well, a thought will show up in the middle of nowhere, or if I'm doing something, doing the laundry, and a thought will show up that says, you should have been a baker. A baker? You mean like baking bread or a baker? I'm doing the laundry, man. That's the fun part, is to see how thoughts work, that they're constantly showing up, that there's 160,000 of them a day, and when we speak, we're speaking the thoughts that show up from within us. It can just be really hilarious. A baker? Like I needed to be a baker? Like I needed to get out of the dough, go loaf? I mean, a baker? I'm doing the laundry, man. There are moments when awareness arrives or shows up on its own, which is another way to describe it. I was driving, listening to music, and paying attention to the other drivers around me, when all of a sudden there was a clearing. I point to my brain, but I feel that it was way bigger than what's between my ears. It seems that space opens up for new thoughts. I'm definitely not saying that you have to do anything like driving. I'm simply sharing a moment with you when an awareness came to life. It felt as if words of wisdom were being spoken in my voice, but I didn't create it. I heard something say, and I quote, "We only experience our thinking in any given moment." Every thought that we experience lets us know that we are beyond words, beyond our intellectual intelligence. Thoughts are powerful when we innocently give them power. Otherwise, thoughts are quantum blips of energy showing up, then moving on. I love that experience. That experience of awareness, of just a glimpse of something that's far beyond my pay grade. But it's always there, it's always available. That's one of the things that I want you to witness within yourself, because you have all the answers that you're looking for. They show up when they show up. They arrive when they arrive. Do we have to be in a meditative state? No, I was driving. What about calming music, incense burning? What about that? No, that's not necessary. None of that's necessary, because what I'm trying to share is that everything that you have, everything that you need, everything that you want, everything that you're searching for is, is already within you. Already within you. How awesome is that? Hello, that's amazing. All those years of suffering and my depression, I was searching for something outside of myself to fix me. But I didn't need fixing. I wasn't broken. I was only broken in the illusion of my own story of how I was experiencing the thoughts that came through me. That's it. The story of how I was experiencing my own thinking became so familiar, became habitual, something that would repeat itself over and over again. And because it repeated itself over and over again, it was easy to misunderstand it. If we experience our own thinking in any given moment, I was driving, and an awareness came up. I'm not saying that every time we experience our thinking it's an epiphany of an awareness, but I am saying that those awarenesses are always available. And we don't have to do anything because they're just going to show up. They're going to show up. I would think that just experiencing that once or twice, seeing it, feeling that experience, that is really enough. It's enough for you to see it again. If you never saw it, you'd never see it. But once you experience it, you'll be able to recognize it again when it shows up, right? That's with anything. That's with absolutely anything. The fact that I'm not wearing a black t-shirt right now is pretty amazing. The awareness that I'm not wearing a black t-shirt, which I typically do. I like black t-shirts. That just recognizing that is something that's okay. So you see it. It's not a big deal. But recognizing your awareness and your clarity and your wisdom and the love that's already there within you, whew, those are awesome moments. Awesome moments. Awesome to the point of indescribably awesome moments. And sometimes I look up, you see me looking up, that's because behind this laptop is a window, a big window to the outside. And there's so many squirrels right now. It's the fall, and they are preparing for the winter, and they are active. Wow. They're just like our brains. They're very active. Do they stop and rest? Yeah, they do. Every day. But most of the time, they're very busy. And something I just learned that was very fascinating, they will act like they're burying nuts in a certain place, but they're not actually burying nuts. Isn't that incredible? They're acting like they're burying nuts. And because there's so many other squirrels around, that they're trying to throw the other squirrels off the path, because the other squirrels, some of them are lazy. And some of them will wait. Watch one squirrel bury all these acorns and then wait till that one moves out of the way and go over there, take all of his acorns and go bury them somewhere else. So the squirrels have figured out, hey, you know what? I'm just going to fake you out a little bit. I'm going to act like I'm doing something that I'm not. So it's amazing how intelligent and wise Squirrels are. Now think about us. Think about how brilliant we are, how amazing we are. It's off the charts. It's immeasurable how incredible we are. What's always being presented to us is that there's something else out there that's going to make us better. That in order to be happy, we need something else, something outside of us. What if that's not true? And what if that experience of happiness is a million times better than what is offered to us? But if we don't recognize the happiness that's within us, if we don't see those glimpses but as wisdom and clarity show up, it'll be hard to recognize the complex beauty of something that's readily available to us. A baker? I'm doing the laundry, man. The one thing I do know, as I know within myself, is how our thinking works. And that is so important to keep talking about. Because as long as we stay in this conversation, what opens up for us is absolutely stunning and amazing. And this could very well be the last video series on depression. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing?